Welcome to Sonia's Morning Inspiration. You're tuned in on Great Talks from the Heart YouTube channel. I want to thank you for tuning in. And today I come to you with the topic of dreading going to work. Are you dreading going to work? Having to wake up early in the morning? Don't want to get out of your bed? And it's not because you're lazy, but because of what you have to go deal with on the job. Yes, you can relate? Okay, well, today I want to share a few tips with you and how you can deal with that. And I'm going to touch on maybe 2 or 3 things that we may encounter on the job. And I'll just share with you what I've learned to do over the years when I encountered those situations. Have you dealt with coworkers that just hates on you for no reason? Just because you are good at what you do and you do your job well, and sometimes they think you're kissing or sucking up to the boss. Okay. Also, they don't know you and they just assume you're mean or not nice because they didn't take the time to know you. Just look at you and just think they can read who you are. You're just not feeling the job anymore. It just is not fulfilling, or you just think you have done your time and it's time for something new. So, also, the next thing I would like to mention, when you go to work, you get a headache, like out of nowhere, you just instantly get a headache and you just feel like, man, I can't wait to get home. I can't wait for the day to be over. And it seems like the day is never going to end. All right, I'm talking to you. Well, here's what I did with the first thing that I mentioned. Dealing with coworkers or even bosses that overlooks you or don't acknowledge you, or dealing with coworkers that hate on you for no reason because you do your job well. This is what I do. I learned to separate their misbehavior or inappropriate behavior from themselves. So they're doing whatever they're doing, and what they're doing is trying to test me or bring me out of character. So what I do is I pray for them. I learn to ignore them. I practice to ignore them because sometimes self want to raise up and you want to just put them in their place. But I practice heavily to ignore them, right? Then what I do is I kill them with kindness. That's it. And I tell you, I get a kick out of that because they don't want to really have nothing to do with you, and they want to be upset or angry with you, but what is the reason why they're angry with you? And if all you're doing is being nice to them, right? So you just like you take away their opportunity to plan what is next they got set out for you. So that's how I would deal with unhealthy working environment. And there will be times you would have to put the person aside and you'd have to address and try to figure out, because sometimes it's a miscommunication that has taken place, or a misunderstanding, or some bad seed in there painted a picture about you. And sometimes people can't think for themselves, so they go off of what other people say and they automatically just don't like you. That's have happened to me countless times, but that's fine. After they get to know me, they have to end up expressing to me what they originally thought of me before, and I would just laugh. But hey, that's how I would deal with that situation. Okay, dreading and getting up early in the morning because you feel like this is it for you, you're done. It's like it's not fulfilling anymore. Here's how I deal with that. I pray, and then I map out my day as to how I'm going to do it, and I take 15 minutes on the hour for myself. I devote 45 minutes of that hour to doing what I got to do and getting it done. And then 15 minutes towards the end of the hour, I go and take my break, whether it's going to walk, whether it's breathing exercise, or calling my sisters or my niece and having a brief conversation so that I rejuvenate and I get back and get ready to go to complete the next task. So that has helped me a lot. And then the next thing that also helped me is that I realized people, those who do like me or do gravitate to me, they look forward to seeing me. I understand. They look forward to my smile. They look forward to me just being who I am, just being nice, being considerate, checking on them, making sure they're okay, and things like that. So what I did, I just started to stop looking at the negativity, because the negativity is what makes you no longer want to go to work sometimes. Or like I said, is the job that you're doing is no longer fulfilling, so you need to find something else that will be fulfilling. And sometimes we're just doing jobs because we can't do better at the moment, or it's something we need to get to the next stepping stone. So that tends to happen. And especially if you're dealing with people who don't appreciate you or don't understand you, it just makes you just feel like you're ready to walk off the job. So I stopped focusing on the negativity. I focus on not dreading the job, because if I'm going to report to this job, I might as well be happy, and I might as well be happy doing what I have to do or need to do in that moment. So that's what I would tell you to do. And I might have forgotten, what was the third thought? But you get the picture. You get what I'm trying to say. I know there are times too when I would go to work and I would automatically get a headache instantly. And it would happen, and I know, okay, it's really time for me to go, because I'm emotionally imbalanced. I probably can't stand the people that I'm working with and so forth. But what I learned to do is I separate the behavior from the people, so I don't end up not liking them or hating them. I don't like their behavior. So I learned to ignore their behavior. And then what I do with that is I pray for them, and I continue to kill them with kindness. And I find that that has helped me to get through, because what can someone do if you continue to be kind to them over and over? Eventually they got to stop being mean. And at the end of the day, I told myself I would not allow anyone's behavior to have control over my reaction. And don't get me wrong, there are times I want to, as they would say, light a person up, or I want to tell them how much strength make them up, or I want to tell them about themselves, or put them in their place. And there will be times where you have to do that, but you can do it respectfully without losing your composure. And also, if it gets to the point where it's really aggravating your soul, then it's really time to go. But until you go, don't let nobody push you out of your job until you secure the next best thing. And like I said, I look forward to interacting with the people that did get along with me and did see my worth and did appreciate what I did. And I also practice not to look for praise, because if you don't get it, that also can play on your emotions and make you not want to do anything or apply yourself or continue to put forward the best you. So I would just say, no matter what, don't lose yourself. Don't focus on the negativity. Don't look at what they're doing. Continue to kill them with kindness. Continue to be who you are until they take the time to know you for themselves. Oftentimes there's a bad seed in there that wants to paint a bad picture about you, and unfortunately people do not like to think for themselves, so they go by what other people say instead of giving you the benefit of the doubt and allowing themselves to observe you for themselves. So I just want to encourage you to tell yourself, if I'm going to go to this job, I am going to go there happy. I'm going to be on top of everything. I'm going to put my best foot forward. I'm going to continue to do what I have to do. And whoever want to hate, let them hate. If they're hating, that means they're doing something great. You understand? And that's what I lived by when I was on a job that I dread going to, or it just wasn't fulfilling anymore. And I was determined that I'm just going to have a great day. And if you tell yourself you're going to have a great day, no matter what anybody tries to do, you're going to have a great day. But if you're looking forward to that negativity, it might be negative. You see, they could be negative all by themselves. Don't let them draw you in. Don't fall for the bait. And I just want to encourage you to continue to do what you're doing. Don't give up. Trust God. And when you go to work, put on the biggest smile ever and make them wonder, why are you so happy? You understand? Don't let nobody take away your joy or take away your happiness and make you dislike your job because they're being unfair. It is what it is. I look at it as a test, and I'm determined I'm not allowing anyone to make me fail my test for no apparent reason. So just remember that everything that we go through is to test our character. And hey, if we make a mistake, that's why we have an advocate, right? So don't beat up on yourself. Take it easy. Trust the process. Continue doing what you're doing. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Yay! Have a blessed, wonderful day.